Democratic newcomer Mark Kelly has consistently led in polls since entering the race against Martha McSally. Early voting began in the state on Wednesday, a day after the candidates debated everything from coronavirus relief to the Supreme Court nominee, Judge Amy Coney Barrett. During the debate, Senator McSally repeatedly refused to answer when asked whether or not she was proud of her support for President Trump.
Senator, you have consistently supported President Trump. You supported the administration's policy. You voted policies, I should say, and you have voted not to convict on impeachment. Are you proud of your support for President Trump?
Well, I'm proud that I'm fighting for Arizonans on things like cutting your taxes. We passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and on average, Arizona middle-class families had their taxes cut by $2,000.
Senator, the question was, are you proud of your support for President Trump?
I'm proud to be fighting for Arizona every single day.
Is that a yes or a no for President Trump?
Putting legislation on President Trump's desk.
So you're proud of your support for President Trump?
You look at the legislation we put on his desk, it's to cut Arizona taxes.
It sounds like she is proud of her support for President Trump.
I'm proud to be fighting for Arizona.
All right, for more on the Arizona Senate race, let's bring in the editor and publisher of TucsonSentinel.com, Dylan Smith. Dylan, thanks very much for joining us. So we've seen the president lash out at members of his own party who go against him publicly. Why would Senator McSally be willing to risk that by distancing herself from him at this point in the race?
Well, I don't know that Donald Trump is exactly the most popular person in Arizona right now. Certainly, he has a strong faction within the Republican Party that still supports him, and it's very hard for any Republican in this state to create a lot of distance between them and Donald Trump. But doing what McSally has done over the past couple of years and strongly and vocally support Trump is not going to play well with the independent voters that are really needed to win in this state. Really, the largest faction of available voters that Mark Kelly and Martha McSally need to appeal to beyond turning out their base are the large number of people who haven't signed up with one party or another. And trying to get them to turn out to vote is very important.
And what are the latest polls showing? And do you think that Tuesday's debate moved the needle in either direction?
I don't know that that debate moved the needle so much as it might affect turnout. It might cause some people to, either maybe not show up or to skip over. We've seen certainly across the country in 2016, and especially in Arizona, and in the 2018 election, the undervote was very important. The people who skipped over races on their ballots were almost the determining factor. I don't know that what happened in that debate changed any minds. It might influence whether people bubble in for one name or the other, though.
Well, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are meeting with Native American tribal leaders. Explain why in Arizona that is a priority for their campaign.
Certainly for the Democrats, if they want to pick up Arizona, especially for Joe Biden, I think Mark Kelly has a slightly healthier lead in the polls right now than Biden, although both are leading in Arizona. Turning out the base is the most important thing for them. And Native Americans across the state tend to vote Democratic, but they don't vote quite as much as they could. It's, a lot of folks live in remote places where it's difficult to vote, and encouraging them to vote early, especially for the Democrats, is a very big deal.
All right, it'll be fascinating to see how these dynamics play out. Dylan Smith for us. Dylan, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.